Trying to balance life when you've got ADHD is really difficult, and it is a chronic issue. It doesn't go away. This is sort of the secret I've found to trying to manage it. I'm making this video because I've struggled to balance my life recently, more than normal. And I'm going to take the first step for me to sort of get that balance back in. And I wanted to share it with you. And I've put the resources I'm using, I've put in the description. So I've done a photocopy and I've done a quick Microsoft Word document. So you can do this activity yourself as you watch a video if you have ADHD, and if you'd find it helpful. So leave a comment if you've got ADHD and this is the sort of thing you find helpful. So my life balance at the moment has gone out of the window, and the three main problems for that. So there's three main problems with ADHD for why your life balance can go out the window. So there's the problem of hyperfocus. So I'll only focus on the thing that I'm super interested in, and then everything else can disappear. And sometimes it's not even the thing that I'm really interested in. It could just be work. I'll just focus all my energy on work, and then every other bit of my life just disappears, and it's shit. The problem of knowing what to prioritize is number two. So with the executive function aspect of ADHD, it's really difficult to sort of organize myself. So I don't necessarily know what to prioritize. And then the third thing is the problem of structure. So having a really rigid structure for ADHD, it just does not work very well. If it's too rigid and doesn't have any spontaneity, it just won't last. It's not a realistic structure to have. So this first step of me getting back on track is trying to have something that solves those problems. What do I mean when I say priorities? Think of it as the things that in the long term, if you don't do, you'll fuck your life up. So what priorities do you need to have to mean that you don't fuck your life up? So for me, my priorities are putting time into my relationships, putting time into being creative, putting time into my diet and my exercise, putting time in my finances, and then like life admin. Those are the 5 things. If I do those 5 things in 10 years' time, I'll probably be quite happy. All right. So I'm going to pattern plan it. So I'm going to do a broad structure of those priorities onto here. And what this does is it tells me what I can kind of hyper focus on. So it uses that as a positive thing. But it also means that there'll be some flexibility and there'll be some spontaneity, because it's a broad thematic pattern for priorities. It's not a strict, rigid, you have to do this specific thing. If you want to fill out your own with your own priorities, like I said in the description, I've put the documents. When I'm trying to build in flexibility into my week, all I want to do is make sure that every priority gets covered in this week. So the first thing to do is 9 till 5. 9 till 5, I'm at work. So the risk is that I hyper focus during the week, maybe just on work, and nothing else happens, or I just hyper focus on one of the priorities and nothing else, or I feel confused while the week is going on and I don't really do anything. So what this does is it gives me that kind of structure I need. So I'm going to say before work, so before work, BWs before work, I'm going to say creative time. It might help me, to be fair, if I rewrite out my priorities on here. So relationships. So I'm doing this for real. So that's why it's a little bit messy. But I am really trying to get my life balance back. So I've got my creative time every morning. I've got my relationships and life admin on a Monday. I'll have relationships and diet/exercise. So this is, I could go to the gym, I could learn how to make food. If I want to like a new meal, if I want to combine it with relationships, I could go to a sports club, or I could make food with my girlfriend. But I'm thinking about healthy eating, exercise, doing something social. That's what I do after work that day. Now, I know by the time I get to Thursday, I'm going to be quite knackered. So this is going to be after work. I'm going to put life admin, but I'm just going to put 15 minutes, and there's nothing else, and rest. So that's going to be a bit of a rest day. And then on Friday, I want to do, so I can do life admin, relationships, diet, exercise. And then the weekend, I need to make sure there's creativity there. I need to make sure there's finances there. And then a complete choice. What you can hopefully see is that I'm allowed to hyper focus. So in the morning for creative time, I can hyper focus on that. I have got a structure here that I can see, but it allows lots of choice. So all I know on a Tuesday is I have to exercise. That's all I know. But it's my choice how I do it. If I feel like going for a run after work, I can go for a run. If I feel like going to a gym, I can go to a gym. If I want to go and do a sports club or an activity, I can go do that. So there's lots and lots of choice of how I do it. It's the same on Thursday. It just says life admin 15 minutes. So that could be cleaning, tidying my room or where I live if it needs to be. But it could also just be organising some bills or something like that. But basically, there's some choice over that. Obviously, I've included rest there, and again, with all of these things, where even where it says relationships, it's not telling me who I have to contact. It could be family, it could be my girlfriend, it could be friends. It's just saying that's the time to focus on that broad priority. So I think this sort of pattern planning for me is the secret to building that life balance when you have ADHD, because what it allows is it allows me to have choice and flexibility. It allows me to hyper focus, but it means that in 10 years' time, there's no massive area of my life that's been missing. Because that's the big problem, is that actually, if you just hyper focus on work and you don't build up your relationships, or you don't think about your money, or you don't do anything creative, or you don't exercise, you can be in a really shit way. So, what this does is it provides lots of clarity. It provides lots of the priorities I need, but it gives me enough flexibility to make it work. If you've got ADHD and you're struggling with your life balance, try doing this. Like I said, I've put the document in the description, and all I'd say is just come up with your own priorities for yourself. What do you think are the broad priorities that you'll need to mean that in 10 years' time you'll be in a good place? And I've got 5 on here, so I think around 5 is a good number. Um, and then just create a plan around the week, and it's a bit of trial and error to it, but have a go and see if it helps. I'm new to YouTube. This is a new format where I sort of do a walkthrough as I'm doing it for me, and I hope it's really helpful. But just leave comments. You know, what do you think of the video? If this is helpful for your ADHD, let me know. But thank you so much for watching, and have a good day. So the final bit of this is I have stuck this on my wall. The reason that I've stuck it on my wall is I need to see it every day. So this is now my structure. It's my pattern plan, and I can keep it up there for the next couple of months and see how it goes for me. But the point is that if it's out of sight and out of mind, it won't happen with ADHD. So with ADHD, I have to see it every day. So there it is on the wall. So once you've done it, just stick your plan or your structure somewhere where you'll see it every day.